weeks we'll do another live in the future weeks to come on advertising. Also, one other major reason to be on Facebook for your business, if you have any community of some sort with your business or you're building a community, it's good to have a Facebook page or a group on there. You're able to manage your groups or your community on there and just build, that sense of community that you have with businesses. I know all businesses don't have community, but for the ones that do, Facebook is real good to grow your community on there as well. And also Facebook Messenger. Now, initially, Facebook Messenger was just all-inclusive under Facebook, but now it's its own separate app as well. But it's still part of Facebook because Facebook just owns everything. But it's good for bots, and I want to be specific about bots. By bots, I mean chat bots. I don't mean like the negative bots that you see like on Instagram where people are purchasing these bots and they're just just saying great post, just nice. Like you don't want those kind of bots. But Cleet actually knows a lot about chat bots because he builds them. Yeah. You want to talk a little bit?
Yeah. So it's I'm glad you're making that distinction. So with the chat bot on Messenger, like Kim's saying, it's
and why it's good for businesses.
Yeah, it has a negative connotation because of the association with what do you call it, the bots on Instagram. But bots on Messenger is a very beneficial tool, especially for your business. What you can essentially do is set up a automated conversation or a questionnaire or type of flow that you can take people through to pre-qualify them for your business. So this is a very powerful tool you can use for pre-qualifying, for marketing. There's brands like Fashion Nova.
Yeah, they use that.
They use that tool where, and I'm getting deep into it. I don't want to take this off to another tangent.
It's gonna be a whole nother live too.
Right. And actually, we should make it a live. Yeah. But they use it for cart abandonment, which means you're on their website, you had the product in the cart, then you left, right? So what they do, they have you pixeled, right? So that now they can follow you wherever you go from your website. Retarget you. And part of their retargeting is a messenger automation that they can send you a message saying, hey, you forgot to purchase this in the cart. The powerful part about this is when you go on that Messenger, you can literally purchase it right from Messenger. So it's a really powerful tool for your business. For those of you who have boutiques and products, shirts, and those type of products, it's a very powerful tool. And we'll have a whole live. We could probably do that next week.
Yeah,
that's probably a good topic.
I've seen and to stem off of what Cleet was saying, I've seen it mainly for businesses that have product and also businesses who have courses. Because they got me. So. In there. So it's huge on that.
And that's just one of the use cases. There's so many different ways you can use it.
Right. So that's Facebook. Next platform is YouTube. I know you've all heard of YouTube, which is basically like a video sharing platform. YouTube is good if you're like a vlogger, meaning you do lots of videos for your business. For any like fashion bloggers out there, or say if you are a chef and you do cooking videos, or if you love to travel and you do traveling videos, it's a great platform for you to go on there to do videos as well. And also now you can also stream from YouTube as well. So if you are doing any events for your business, you can stream from YouTube as well. So that's a good plus. Do you have any other?
You talking about Facebook? Well, obviously on Facebook.
Yeah, live stream. Yes, I did.
Yeah.
You have any YouTube plugs?
Yeah, there's a lot to get into there with YouTube. Obviously, you talked about how to is really big for.
How to's. Like I'm sure, like you all have ventured onto YouTube and it's like, how do I do this? How do I do this? It's huge, like billions of videos on how to's.
Yeah. And that's where it initially kind of got its popularity for how to, and then for entertainment, of course. All the funny videos that you get lost in, right? Now, But yeah, so effective way to use it, for going back to um, bloggers or people who have boutiques, or even people like myself who are designers and web builders. It's a great way for you to get on there and let people behind the scenes. You let them see, like, kind of peek over your shoulder and watch you build a website. Or for my stylists out there, obviously you do a style rundown or whatever they call it. I don't know. What? Styling tips and stuff
how
like that.
to
Right.
wear a
So,
scarf.
so thinking about in terms of what Kimberly is talking about, someone who's looking for tips and how-tos are most likely going to go on YouTube for their information as opposed to Facebook. So if you're putting all your books, all those how-tos on Facebook, you may get the audience, right? You may get some people looking at it, but you're going to get a larger audience and a more organic audience on
YouTube. YouTube would be the ideal platform for you if you have a lot of how-to type content. The next one, which is one of my faves, is Instagram. And if you're not on Instagram, even though I know a lot of you are, Instagram is another social media platform, once again owned by Facebook, that is good for posting photos, videos. You can post videos on your profile up to 1 minute. Now they do have IGTV, which is good for any videos that are more than 1 minute, but not over 15 minutes. So if you have any longer span of content to post, IGTV is now an increasingly good method to post content on Instagram. Also,
so what kind of stuff do they post on there?
On what?
IGTV.
Like you can post, say, like you mentioned, how-tos. You can do some how-tos on there, and just whatever content that you're providing for your business would be good to post on IGTV. If you would like more of a engaging method with your audience, because people like to look at videos,
Yeah,
so that would be good.
And obviously it's big for what we're doing now, right? It's the whole live craze is big.
Yeah.
It's so funny, right? Because
And I was going to say, like, go on Instagram, like we're on Instagram as well. I mean, Brandon Beats go live on Instagram as well. And IG stories is another big thing now on there.
Yeah. I was going to get into how they just came and stole the thunder from Periscope. Because Periscope really started this whole live thing, right? They were the first to do it, if I'm not mistaken. And then Instagram came out with their live event.
And then the same thing kind of like with Snapchat, with the Insta stories, and then Facebook came with their version, the IG stories. So now, IG stories is on and popping.
Now, you bring up a good point too, and now I'm sorry. I'll say this last thing and let you keep going.
No, go ahead.
So you mentioned Snapchat, and there was this whole thing about being cool, and what's the best way, you're on Snapchat, the Snapchat for the kids the young kids or whatever, the younger generation, whatever have you, and all of that stuff kind of made it blurry for some professionals to decide where to post their videos.
Right.
So this discussion even drives that point home even more, understanding that you need to interact with your audience. You should just go bulldoze past me.
Wow. We'll get it after.
We're gonna get it right now, okay?
She'll have her sit with us.
They bulldoze right past, you would basically, for your business, you felt like you had to be on Snapchat, you had to be on all these other platforms. But now we realize that, you need to be on a platform that's conducive for your audience.
Right.
That's just point blank. You don't need to try to be doing what's popular. You need to be doing you need to be going where your people are.
Yeah.
So
that's good.
Yeah.
Also, Instagram allows you to have a business profile on there as well, and that's major because you're able to see. Instagram allows you to see your analytics on your business profile under Instagram too, so you can see who's following you, where they're following you from, what demographic. So that kind of helps with your target audience as well. Also for your geo usage or geographical usage. When you do postings on there, that's good. As well as hashtags. Hashtags are huge on there as well. So yeah, that's Instagram. The next platform is Twitter. I know you all have heard of Twitter, but if you haven't, it's basically like a real-time social media platform where you're able to like do quick posts that are, I believe it's like 280 characters or less. So Twitter is really huge right now. One, for like, I know you don't really do it as much, but like for instance, Apple, every year they would have their, their big event where they're releasing their new products. You could always go on Twitter to get the play-by-play during their event on what's been released, or if you're not live streaming, like there are people that are there at the event that are giving you the play-by-play on there. So it's good for doing live events where someone or you in your business can tweet play-by-play on what's going on, or it's good for like motivational like quote posting if you have a lot of that. If you're like a coach, Twitter is good for that. And now over the recent years, Twitter has been good for customer service. So say like whether it's good or bad customer service that you've gotten at a company, bigger brands are quick to respond on Twitter. On there as well, so
yeah, it's a great way
that
to
can
engage.
be used to your advantage.
Yeah, because you can engage people outside of your group. It's the I would say it's the quickest way to engage people outside of your ecosystem, like we talked about a few lives ago, right? Facebook keeps you in this group of people who are normally engaging with your content.
Mm-hmm.
Instagram does it as well.
Yeah.
Right. So they use an algorithm to keep content that is relevant to your life, right? Now, Twitter is a great way to just break that whole mold. You can literally end up having a discussion with a celebrity. If they're available and they're chatting, they're not chatting, but they're tweeting back and forth on Twitter. And then, of course, there's direct messaging on there. So it's a way to really break out your market and really start to push your brand. Now, there's a specific strategy for Twitter that's really different from the other platforms.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Right. So also another social media platform that's good, and Clea could talk more about this because he's been using it more frequently recently, is LinkedIn. A lot of people may not know that LinkedIn is like a social media platform and is good for business use, but it is good, especially for professional businesses out there. It's a good way to connect and network with other business owners, as well as, your potential target audience of people looking for your business on there. So it's a good way to get connected with people on there and build your brand. You have anything on LinkedIn?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think you did a good job.
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, really, yeah, it's for the professional market. I would even take it a step further. It's B2B. It's really where
that's a good word. Business to business.
Yeah, business
B2B.
to business. If you have a product or service that is really geared towards business to business clients, then that's going to be where you want to be. It's going to put you in contact or give you the access to decision makers at businesses.
Mm-hmm.
We all know, if you've ever worked in any sales environment, there's what's called gatekeepers.
Yes.
And they do exactly that. They keep the gate locked, and they keep you
from on LinkedIn. You can go straight to the head person.
Straight to the person. Now, there is a set of tools and things such that you would need to invest in to allow you to do that. Some people don't have their account open where you can just readily communicate with them, but there's tools to bypass that.
Mm-hmm.
We will probably end up doing another live on each of the platforms, so we'll have one that we talk about more in depth with LinkedIn. But all in all, it's a really good tool for B2B. Not only sales and prospecting, but also partnerships.
Yeah.
It's a very
relationship building.
Yeah, collaborative type environment. Right? Everyone's like nice, and they're like, "Hey, let's work together." And that's where you want to leverage that, because you you may need an influencer for your
Yeah.
business, right? You may not be able to get in contact with them on Facebook, on Instagram, but that same person may be open to talk to you on LinkedIn. It's kind of weird how that works, but
Yeah.
it's just understanding the different communities and how to talk in that community.
Yeah, we need community. And lastly, the last popular social media platform I thought would be useful is Pinterest. Pinterest is good for, it's not necessarily a social media platform for you to necessarily like connect and network with people. It's more so for you go on there to get more clients and customers into your business. If you're like a product-based business or even a service business, like for example, like me, I go on Pinterest. Over the years, I go on Pinterest. Oh, what are some nice teacher gifts I need to get for my kids' teachers? Let me see what these other moms have gotten there. The DIY gifts. Like what are the
Costumes.
stuff they're building, or costumes, or holiday family picture ideas. You go on there to get motivated, to get inspired.
Logos for me.
Picks.
I go on there for logo ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now Pinterest allows you also to, if you're on there looking for like a certain product, like I don't know, what's a product that you would look for
on Pinterest?
Yeah.
A product, t-shirts.
T-shirts, right?
Yeah.
Well, you could go and you can purchase right off of Pinterest as well. So just like Facebook, it allows you to do that as well. So
gadgets is another good thing.
Yeah. So that's really good as well. And that's pretty much it for Pinterest, or for any of the social media platforms that I brought up. So all in all, I would say definitely before you decide to get on these social media platforms specifically for your business, make sure that you know who your target audience is. And once you know who your target audience is, you need to figure out where they are located, like which social media platforms are they congregating on, because that's where you would want to be in.
That's where you want to spend most of your time.
Right.
Absolutely.
And then definitely don't overload yourself if you're just beginning in your business, or not necessarily beginning in your business, but beginning with venturing into bringing social media platforms usage into your businesses. I would say if you're just starting out and doing that, make sure I would recommend just starting maybe doing 1 to 2 platforms of where your target audience is hitting, because you don't want to get overbearing, or not overbearing, but you don't want to get what's the word?
Oversaturated?
No, you don't want to get stressed from dealing with multiple platforms. So just start out with using 1 or 2 platforms where you find your target audience is hanging out the most. Then once you get a flow and a posting schedule for those platforms, and as you grow, then you could venture into adding more platforms into your business. Yeah. So that's what I would say, guys, on the best practices for the most popular social media posts. Do you have anything else?
Well, I just had this quick little graphic. It kind of encapsulates, is that a word? Or it brings
it all together.
It brings it all together, like just how you would message or communicate on these different platforms. So as you can see, Facebook is where you're talking about your likes, right?
Yeah.
But in that so it's the same thing that you want to express, and this is how you would communicate down on different platforms, right? So on Twitter, you're telling people, hey, drinking coffee, right? It's more announcement, updates, right? Google is obviously, we already know, they used, I would say Google, because I don't even think Google Plus is even still going there, but I don't know anybody who uses it. If you use it, then kudos to you. But I would use Google here to say that's where you would search for, where to drink coffee, right? The 4 corners is, here's where I drink coffee, right? Or that's another one would be Yelp, right?
Oh yeah.
Right, for looking for places to go eat, right? Go drink coffee. And then you see LinkedIn. It's kind of like, another thing we need to talk about too. LinkedIn is so powerful with people. So I was just talking about all the B2B, but it's also a really good tool if you're in a career and you're looking for advancement,
Yeah,
So
to put yourself out there.
yeah,
It's like you're like, hey, this is what I'm good at. You
Right.
want me to hire me?
you put your resume on there. You can apply for jobs on there. So this is why this one is written that way. I'm good at drinking coffee, basically in the whole tech context of a resume or career, right? Obviously, YouTubers watch me drink coffee, or I teach you how to drink coffee.
Right.
You
teach
know
you
what
how
I
to
mean?
do it.
And then Instagram is a picture of you drinking that coffee, or a picture of you out with your friends or your spouse or whatever, enjoying their coffee. So
Mhm.
this is a quick little thing. We'll post it on our page after this live.
And Wayne said, "Oh, it shut down." I think he's talking about Google Plus.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I know it was going to close because it just wasn't working. Thanks for that, Wayne.
Mhm.
So yeah, listen, that's the info spot for today. We got a little time left for questions.
Yeah, if you have any
you-
questions, feel free to go ahead and ask us. Anything with social media, if you have any other branding questions, feel free to ask those as well. If not, we will close it out for
Yeah,
this
we didn't even
week.
get into like branding for all these different platforms,
Yeah.
and the different sizes and
And that's a whole
Yeah.
another course, I should say.
yeah.
It's a lot of information.
So any questions before we wrap it up? We gotta get this little one some juice. She's come to take.
Hey, Shayla.
She's come over. And, hey Shayla. She's come and took over our live. She's making noises and stuff, but it's all right. We're gonna keep moving. You know what I mean? What?
Are you saying hi to?
Shayla.
Sorry,
All
we
right.
had another guest this week.
All right, cool. Well, looks like we don't have any questions. We are going to wrap it up. You guys have a phenomenal Wednesday.
Yes.
And if you want to talk to you, see us on social
Social
media.
media. We
Before then.
will see you next Wednesday.
That's right.
Hope you all have a better than ever week.
Same time.
Until
Same
next
place.
time. Bye.
Bye.
See you. Have a good night. Bye bye.
And that one.